Buying the wrong sport bike doesn't just waste money, it ruins the entire season. Picture this: full fairings, red line pulls, your dream sport motorcycle. 2 states into your first road trip, and the engine lets go. No dealer, no tools, no warranty, just heat, silence, and a tow bill. That's why we built this list. 14 used sport bikes under $7,500. The fast ones, the reliable ones, and the ones that will destroy your wallet if you choose wrong. Number 14, Yamaha YZF-R3. We start our countdown with a machine that is often misunderstood. The Yamaha R3 is the undisputed king of the lightweight class, but too many egos dismiss it as just a beginner bike. If you think that, you are dead wrong. Under the fairings, it features a 321 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. It makes 41 horsepower. Now, 41 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot when you compare it to a liter bike, but that engine is dragging around a chassis that weighs only 368 pounds. It is featherlight. Because it is so light, it doesn't need massive power to be fast in the corners. In terms of raw velocity, this little rocket will hit a maximum speed of 110 miles per hour if you tuck in tight and hold the throttle to the stop. The best use case for this machine is undoubtedly as a track day teacher. This is the bike that teaches you corner speed. Because you can't rely on horsepower to fix your mistakes on the straights, you have to carry momentum. It is cheap to run, tires last forever, and you can embarrass guys on 1,000 cubic centimeter bikes in the tight technical sections. Track Day Tim, a rider we spoke to at a local circuit, says he actually sold his Ducati Panigale to buy an R3. He told us that he has more fun riding a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. He rides it at the red line all day long, bouncing off the rev limiter, and it never breaks. It is bulletproof fun. But maybe you need something that can handle the daily grind without looking like a toy. Our next pick is a machine that drinks fuel like a hybrid car, but looks like a fire-breathing race replica. What do you find most important in a motorcycle? Let us know in the comments and hit like while you're at it. Number 13, Honda CBR 500R. If the R3 is a track toy, the Honda CBR 500R is the street survivor. This is a bike that you can buy used for between $4,000 and $5,500, and it will outlast the cockroaches in a nuclear apocalypse. It offers Honda reliability at a price point that makes it cheaper to own than a bus pass. The heart of this beast is a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. It makes 47 horsepower, which is the legal limit for certain European license tiers. But the key here isn't peak power, it is torque. It has significantly more low-end grunt than the smaller R3, meaning you don't have to wring its neck to get away from a traffic light. It pulls cleanly from the bottom. In a straight line, it tops out around 105 miles per hour, which is more than enough for highway commuting. The best use case for this machine is as the ultimate commuter. It sips fuel, regularly achieving 70 miles per gallon. It looks fast parked in the front of the office, but it is cheap to insure and essentially impossible to break. We spoke to Commuter Carl, who writes that he has put over 50,000 miles on his 2016 model. In all those miles, he has only changed the oil, the tires, and the chain. He calls it the indestructible couch. It simply refuses to die no matter how much rain, snow, or grit he throws at it. However, parallel twins can be a little boring. Some riders crave character. They want a heartbeat, not just an engine. Our next contender is a cult classic that features a specific engine configuration that sounds like thunder and pulls like a tractor. Number 12, Suzuki SV650. This bike is a legend for a reason. If you ask any group of motorcyclists what the best all-around bike is, half of them will scream SV650. The market is absolutely flooded with them, meaning you can find third-generation models from 2017 onwards for a steal. We are talking $5,000 to $6,500 for a modern, reliable machine. The magic lies in the specs. It features a 645 cubic centimeter 90-degree V-twin engine. That V configuration is the secret sauce. It gives the bike a beautiful, thumping character in a firing order that parallel twins simply can't match. It makes 75 horsepower which is a massive jump up from the previous bikes on this list. It is genuinely fast. It will do a maximum speed of 125 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. Ergonomically, it is a naked bike with a sporty edge. You sit upright, commanding the road with wide handlebars, but your feet are positioned slightly rear set, giving you control in the corners. The seat is known to be a little thin, so you might want to bring padded shorts for long trips, but the riding position is neutral and confident. The best use case for the 𝐆𝐄𝐃𝐑 is as the do-it-all sport bike. It is simple, reliable, and sounds incredible with an aftermarket exhaust. It handles track days, city commuting, and weekend canyon carving with equal competence. But the 𝐆𝐄𝐃 is a naked bike, and naked bikes are exhausting on the highway. What if you want that mid-range power, but you also want to be wrapped in a cocoon of aerodynamic comfort? Number 11. Kawasaki Ninja 6 150. While the 𝐆𝐄𝐃 is naked and raw, the Kawasaki Ninja 650 is dressed for success. It offers full fairings and aggressive looks without the aggressive back pain that usually comes with the Ninja name. You can find excellent examples from 2017 onwards for $5,500 to $7,000. It is a bargain for a fully faired motorcycle. It uses a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. It makes 67 horsepower. Unlike the screaming supersports we'll talk about later, this engine is tuned for the mid-range. This means you have instant power at 4,000 RPM to pass cars on the highway without having to drop 2 gears. It is relaxed power. It hits a maximum speed of 130 miles per hour, making it a capable interstate traveler. Ergonomically, it is a masterpiece of deception. It looks like a ZX-10R race bike from 20 feet away, but when you sit on it, it sits like a touring bike. The handlebars are riser style, pulling back towards the rider. You are upright. The seat is thick and plush. It is built for the real world, not the racetrack. Help us favor the algorithm by liking this video. Really easy, just bop and yes. Now we are moving away from the sensible Japanese bikes. We are entering the danger zone. Our next machine is an Italian stallion that usually costs double this price, but depreciation has brought it down to earth. Number 10. Ducati Monster 821. Yes, you can actually buy a modern Ducati for under $7,000. The Ducati Monster 821 brings liquid cooling and that famous Italian sound to the masses. You can find 2015 and 2016 models for $6,500 to $7,500. Just be careful to check the service history. The specs are exotic. It features an 821 cubic centimeter Testa L-twin engine. It makes 109 horsepower. This is a serious performance machine. It has ride modes, traction control, and ABS. It is a tech-heavy machine compared to the Japanese rivals. In terms of speed, it will do 140 miles per hour, and it gets there with a roar that shakes your chest. Ergonomically, it is aggressive for a naked bike. The bars are low and wide. You feel like you are wrestling a bull. The seat is adjustable but firm. It demands your attention. It isn't a bike you ride passively. You have to grab it by the scruff of the neck. The best use case is as the Sunday shredder. You buy this for the noise and the badge. It isn't the most practical bike on the list, and the maintenance is higher, but it is the most emotional. Desmo Dave admits the service is expensive, especially the Desmo valve service every 18,000 miles. But he says the sound at full throttle is worth every single penny. He says it turns heads at every stoplight, and people constantly ask him what it is. It has a presence that plastic bikes just don't have. But maybe you want sophistication without the Italian maintenance headaches. There's a bike, a technological marvel from Honda, that features one of the most complex and beautiful engines ever made. Here's a to-do list after this video. Buy a cheap and used motorcycle, subscribe to our channel, and like this video. You can do at least one or two of this list. Number 9. Honda V FR 800 Interceptor. This is the gentleman's sport bike. It is arguably the best-sounding motorcycle Honda ever built, thanks to its V4 engine configuration. You can find pristine 6th-generation models from 2006 to 2009 for $4,500 to $6,000. That is a steal for this level of engineering. It uses a 782 cubic centimeter V4 engine with VTEC. This is the party trick. When you hit 7,000 RPM, The extra valves open up, the intake noise changes instantly, and the bike screams like a banshee. It makes 107 horsepower. It cruises effortlessly at a maximum speed of 150 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it is heavy but stable. The reach to the bars is long but comfortable. The seat is massive and supportive. It comes with a center stand and heated grips on many models. It feels like luxury speed. The best use case is as the sport touring icon. It is for the rider who appreciates engineering over raw lap times. It is fast, smooth, and sophisticated. VFR veteran told us he has owned 10 bikes in his life, but the VFR is the only one he kept. He says the sound of the VTEC engagement is addictive. He finds himself dropping gears just to hear the engine howl. Now we enter the true danger zone, pure super sports. They are uncomfortable, impractical, and incredibly fast. And this next one is a British razor blade that prioritizes handling above all else. Number 8. Triumph Daytona 675. This is the exotic choice for the track junkie. The Triumph Daytona 675 uses a British 3-cylinder engine that is a masterpiece of torque and top-end power. It is slender, sharp, and focused. You can find models from 2009 to 2012 for $6,000 to $7,500. The specs are impressive. It features a 675 cubic centimeter inline triple engine. It makes 126 horsepower. It sounds like a jet turbine intake, a distinct whistle that turns into a roar. It hits a maximum speed of 160 miles per hour. But the ergonomics are brutal. The seat is high. The bars are incredibly low. Your weight is entirely on your wrists. It is a torture rack on the street. It hates going slow. It heats up in traffic. But all of that pain makes sense the moment you lean it over at 50 degrees in a corner. The best use case is as a track weapon. If you want to be different from the sea of Japanese bikes at the track, this is your ride. It handles like a scalpel. Triple Tom says the induction roar is intoxicating. He admits he hates riding it in traffic because his wrists scream and the engine cooks his legs. But in the canyons, nothing can touch it. If the Triumph is too focused, our next bike is a cheater. It looks like a 600, but it has a secret advantage hidden inside the engine block. Number 7. Kawasaki Ninja Z X6R. Kawasaki cheated. They looked at the racing rules, ignored them for the street version, and added 36 extra cubic centimeters to the engine. That gave birth to the 636. You can find 2013 to 2016 models hovering right at $6,500 to $7,500. It uses a 636 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine. It makes 131 horsepower. That is a massive number for a middleweight. It has traction control and power modes on the newer models. It tops out at 165 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it is slightly more comfortable than the other supersports, but comfortable is a relative term here. It is still a race bike. The cockpit is tight, but the extra mid-range power means you don't have to dance on the shift lever as much. The best use case is as the street supersport. The extra engine displacement gives it mid-range power that makes city riding easier, but it still screams at the red lights like a banshee. Ninja Nick says the 636 engine saves you from having to downshift constantly. It pulls hard from anywhere in the EREV range. He calls it the best 600 for the real world because it has actual torque. But if you think these are too slow, but 1000s are too big, the next bike is the Goldilocks machine that everyone wants, but manufacturers stopped making. Number 6. Suzuki GSXR 750. This is the perfect sport bike. It has the handling of a 600 and the power of a 1000. It is a legend that Suzuki refuses to change because it is flawless. You want the models from 2006 to 2009? They are the sweet spot, selling for $5,500 to $7,000. It features a 750 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine. It makes 150 horsepower. It weighs barely more than a 600 class bike, but it has the lung capacity to pull away from them on the straights. It hits a maximum speed of 170 miles per hour. Ergonomically, Suzuki has the best setup in the class. The foot pegs are adjustable from the factory. The reach to the bars feels natural. It is sporty, but roomy. You feel like you sit in the bike, not perched on top of it. The best use case is as the Canyon King. It has enough torque to fire out of corners and enough top-end power to scare you on the straights. It is the perfect balance of agility and muscle. 𝐏𝐄𝐑 says he will never sell his 750. He keeps up with R1s on the straights and dives inside them in the corners. It is the ultimate cheat code for the street rider. While the Suzuki is a beast, our next bike prioritizes one thing above all else: not breaking down. Number 5. Honda CBR 600RR. If you prioritize reliability above all else, you buy the Honda. This bike won the World Supersport Championship more times than we can count. You can find models from 2007 to 2012 in abundance for $5,000 to $7,000. It uses a 599 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine. It makes 118 horsepower. It features the famous undertail exhaust that looks incredible and keeps the bike aerodynamic. It does 160 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it is compact, very compact. If you are over 6 feet tall, you will feel like a bear on a tricycle. The bars are close, the pegs are high, but the seat is surprisingly plush for a race bike, and the suspension is compliant enough for street use. The best use case is as the reliability champion. You can redline this bike every day for 10 years, and it will just ask for an oil change. It is polished, smooth, and predictable. Red Rider writes that his CBR has 40,000 miles on it. It starts every time. He says it isn't the fastest 600 in a straight line, but it is the easiest to ride fast because it feels so stable. If you are loving this deep dive into the best used bikes, make sure you subscribe. We have more lists coming that will save you money. We are getting into the heavy hitters now. The next bike is a naked muscle car that eats tires for breakfast and humiliates modern bikes. Number 4. Yamaha FZ1. Before the MT-10, there was the FZ1. Yamaha took the engine from the R1 Superbike and put it in a comfortable chassis. It is a wolf in sheep's clothing. These are absolute bargains. You can find Gen 2 models from 2006 to 2015 for $4,500 to $6,500. It features a 998 cubic centimeter inline 4 engine with 5 valves per cylinder on the older models. It makes 150 horsepower. It is a torque monster that pulls like a freight train in any gear. It hits 155 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it is excellent. You have wide, flat handlebars. You sit upright. The seat is wide and comfortable. You have wind protection from the half fairing. It is an all-day comfortable missile. The best use case is as the highway assassin. It has massive passing power. It is stable at speed. It is perfect for the older sport bike rider who is tired of back pain but addicted to horsepower. Phaser Phil says he surprises sport bikes constantly. They see the upright bars and think he's slow. Then he drops a gear and disappears into the horizon. It is the ultimate sleeper bike. But what if you want something lighter, wilder, and more prone to lifting the front wheel? Number 3. Triumph Street 66675R. If the Daytona is the torture rack, the Street Triple is the party animal. It uses the same engine but tuned for street chaos. You can pick up the R models from 2013 to 2016, right in the $5,500 to $7,000 range. It uses the 675 cubic centimeter triple engine. It makes 105 horsepower, but it is geared shorter for acceleration. The R model comes with adjustable suspension and better brakes, which makes it a steal at this price. It does 145 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it is perfection. It is light, nimble, and upright. The seat is comfortable. It feels like a bicycle with a jet engine attached. It inspires massive confidence. The best use case is as the urban brawler. It wheelies if you look at the throttle wrong. It carves city traffic like a scalpel. It is arguably the most fun street bike ever made because it is so playful. Hooligan Harry says this bike ruined him for other motorcycles. Nothing else handles this intuitively. He calls it the smile machine because you cannot ride it without grinning. We are down to the final 2. One is a Yamaha legend that changed the industry, and the other is a small bike that punches way above its weight class. Number 2. Yamaha FZ07. This bike changed the industry. It proved that you don't need 4 cylinders to have fun. It is the master of torque and the king of wheelies. These hold their value well, but you can find 2015 to 2017 models for $5,000 to $6,500. It features a 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine with a crossplane crank. It makes 74 horsepower. The numbers look low on paper, but the torque delivery is instant. It hits you in the chest. It tops out at 125 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it is tiny and narrow. You feel like you can throw it around. The seat is a bit hard, but the position is relaxed and upright. It is incredibly easy to manage at low speeds. The best use case is as the stunt rider's choice. It is robust, easy to fix, and loves to be on one wheel. It is also an incredible commuter because it is so light and agile. Wheelie Wayne says he bought it as a commuter and ended up learning how to stunt. The engine character is unmatched for the price. He says it sounds like a V8 American muscle car when you put a full exhaust system on it. And finally, we have arrived at the #1 used sport bike under $7,500. It is lightweight, track capable, and incredibly affordable. But first, we would like some honest feedback. What do you think of this video and what can we do in order to improve in the future? Let us know in the comments and hit like while you're at it. Number 1. Kawasaki Ninja 400. This is the bike that killed the 300cc class. It is so good that club racers and commuters fight over them. It is the perfect balance of price, performance, and fun. You can find these everywhere for $4,000 to $5,500. It is the best value on 2 wheels, period. It uses a 399 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine. It makes 45 horsepower. It weighs only 366 pounds. It has a slipper clutch standard, which is a premium feature at this price point. It hits 115 miles per hour. Ergonomically, it strikes the perfect balance. It is sporty enough for the track, but comfortable enough for the daily grind. The fairing actually blocks wind. The seat height is low, giving confidence to every rider. The best use case is as the everyman sport bike. It is fast enough to have fun, cheap enough to crash, and reliable enough to keep forever. It wins club races on Sunday and goes to work on Monday. Ninja Nate says he actually downgraded from a ZX-10R to the Ninja 400 and is actually faster on his local twisty road. He says he uses 100% of the bike 100% of the time, and that is pure joy. Click on the next video and speed yourself to the subscribe button. Also, like this video so we can keep making these videos.